what's going on, everybody? Mr. Richard here, and today's lesson is the play that everybody wants to know about, everybody wants to talk about, and it's the 10-year business acquisition plan. So I came up with this a while back, but I really never really taught anybody this. So y'all are probably going to be some of the first few people. I introduced this to some other people, but this is going to be the first time I introduce this into the class environment, and we're going to keep this in the group. So as soon as I'm done recording this, you can go back and rewatch this again, or if you're watching this for the first time, I hope you find value in this. I hope you learn something about this. And yeah, if I was you and I wanted to get into business acquisitions or buying business and stuff like that, this is probably the best way to go about doing it. And then you'll meet other people that'll say something different, or you'll have other techniques, or you have a misconception or a theory or belief on how to do this. And from my perspective, it's kind of wrong. Okay. But I do have my opinion, but this is the way you can do it. And it's 10 years, you're in and you're out. Right? None of this long-term stuff that a lot of people say, generational wealth, pass this stuff down to your kids. No, that ain't it. We're in and we're out. Okay. So I'm gonna break it down to you. I'm gonna have like a pre-story before we get into the Mac Daddy story, and then we'll kind of go from there. All right. So before we get started, we're going to talk about two funds that are really, 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 really good to invest in. They're called QQQ and BOO, right? And the four pillars that I'm always talking about, we always talk about investing, credit, real estate, and businesses. In investing, I'm always talking about QQQ and BOO. They are ETFs, and they track the top 500 companies in the United States. QQQ has done 33% returns this year, while BOO is doing 27%. QQQ also has done over 10 years, average 18%, which QQQ or BOO has done 12.8. However, BOO has been established longer. QQQ just hit the 10-year mark. BOO is almost at its 15-year mark. So you have a longer track record, but one produces more money. Okay. So just to give a quick synopsis, a quick overview of BOO, which it says is doing, 18 over the last 10 years, 18.8. All right. So scroll down here. Over the last 10 years at 18.8, it's 18.6 according to this chart, according to their website. But 18.8, 12.8, 12.6, kind of the same, right? So here's some of the returns. BOO is a S&P 500 company. Vanguard S&P 500, top 500 companies in the nation. This Vanguard tracks all 500 of those companies, and they invest in that however they see fit. And here's their returns over the last 10 years, 15 years, 5 year, 15, 10, 12.6 over the last, since inception, 14.2. All right. So some of the companies they invest in, the top holdings are Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA, which is the greatest company in the world this past 3 years. Everybody in here should pretty much be investing in it. At least $50 to $100. It's almost made almost in the last 5 years, 3,500% returns. It's crazy. It's crazy. Amazon, Facebook, Alphabet, Google, Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Since now we know that, and since it's been doing 14% interest over the last 15 years, we have that in mind. Our goal is to get our money into this to make a long-term play. Okay, so now we know what the BOO is, QQQ, we know what ETFs are, we know what they invest in. We're going to put that on the back burner for now. Now our goal is to try to buy a business. So few ways that you can do this. One, you can through the SBA, which is the best play that's out there. But there's other ways you can do it too. You can do it through owner financing. You can do creator financing. You can put a down payment through the owner. You could, there's other ways you could do it. But if you go through the SBA, they have what's called a SBA 7A loan. The SBA 7A loan means that you can qualify for up to $5 million. The sweet spot is $350,000 to $5 million. Okay. Anything under 350 is called an SBA Express loan or SBA Flat. 350 or below, your requirements are they need your tax returns, they need 20% down, and they're going to want to check more records of the business. It's a little harder to get, but it's not horrible, but it is require more money and it's a little more extensive. But those loans process faster. 3-4 weeks, you're done. SBA 7A is $350,000 to $5 million, and anything over $5 million, you're not a small business no more. Or 1,500 employees, you're not a small business. You can be under $5 million with 1,500 employees, boop, you're gone. Under 1,500 employees, which is a lot, over $5 million valuation, you have to go to a normal bank. They're gonna check your tax returns. They're gonna make you put more money down. So your sweet spot is from 350 to $5 million. Okay, that's what you qualify for SBA 7A loan. That means that you can put 10% down as of November 2023, 10% as of March this year, 2024, you can put 5% down if the owner agrees to put up 5%. So let's say $1 million business, because that's your sweet spot, $1 million acquisition price is 10% down payment. That's $100,000. If you find 50 and you can get the owner to agree to 50, that is your $100,000, which is your 10%. So now you can pretty much get $1 million business for $50,000 down. And I even heard of June of 2024 also that the requirements they'll even let you do 2.5% down. So now for $25,000, if you can get the owner to agree to $75,000 on the financing, you can buy a business, the $1 million business with $25,000 down, which is a game changer. There's not too many assets out there that you can buy with 2.5% down, right? But I don't know. I haven't met anybody who's done it, but my goal is to get somebody to do it, right? And when we go to write, my team tell them, yo, man, try to write this to where it's only 5% down. Because when we write it, we're going to try to get them to finance as much money as possible because we want to put as less money to the deal as possible. Okay? So now we have our parameters, right? And also too, I mean to take that back. We also have what's called a SBA 504. That means you can buy real estate and the business at the same time. And I'll talk about that a little bit more. So yeah, so now we have our parameters, 350,000 to 5 million. And also too, you can buy as many businesses as you want as long as it equals up to $5 million. So let's say if one business is $1 million, business 2 is $1 million, business 3 is $1 million, business 4 is $1 million. As long as you're in the $5 million total, you can buy as many businesses as you want when qualifying for SBA 7A program. And we have, I know, at least 4 or 5 different specialists, and all they do is write SBA 7A loans, right? Anything lower than SBA 7A loans, that's SBA Express or SBA Flat, that's a different loan. And if you want to do $6 million or more, or $5 million or more, that's a different type of loan. They don't do that. My guys, the guys I mess with, they want it, that's the sweet spot. So whenever you're looking, look in those sweet spots because that's what can get you with the least amount of down, and kind of go from there. Okay. So whenever you're looking for your money as a down payment, you want to you need to come up with your portion of the down payment. And there's a few ways you can do it. You can save up your way to it, I guess. You can, on the funding side, we have you can take a loan out against your 401k. So you still have your 401k, we just take a loan out and like use your 401k as collateral, right? We can do that. You can also do what's called credit stacking or hybrid credit stacking. That means we go to the banks and ask the banks for money in your business name, and then we take those funds and we use those funds to fund the business. Or you can even do like a HELOC or something, or a refinancing of your home and take out money that way. Or you can just raise capital from your friends or loved ones or something like that. Whatever you want to do. It's your world. Or you want to sell some stocks or something like that. I can help you a lot of the way, but you gotta come to the table with something, right? But if you want to use credit cards, see, credit cards in your personal name will make your debt to income ratio or your utilization high, which will drop your credit score, which will remove your eligibility. But if you have business credit cards, your credit utilization goes up, it doesn't reflect on your personal side. So it doesn't reflect. So if anybody ever thought about using credit cards, don't do that, right? Unless they're in your business name. And also your requirements are, since we're talking about that, 680 credit score, the cash injection, your portion, either the 2.5%, 5%, or 10%. But every way I always try to teach with the 10%, right? So don't ever try to go into a deal. Yo, man, I got 5.5, I got 5% down. No, we don't do that. We don't try to have as much as possible. If you get a break, you get a break, right? Because if you try to do all these deals and you try to work all this stuff and the owner don't want to put no down payment down or give you finance you anything, that's on them. Sometimes they'll do it and sometimes they don't. That's literally on them. I have no control over that. Also, too, whenever you take out the HELOC or the line of credit through the banks, unless it's on the business side, it's almost like the banks don't. This technique, it's called Peter paying Paul. You don't rob Peter to pay Paul, right? You don't supposed to take out debt to pay and acquire more debt. The banks don't like that. It kind of throws off their balance sheets. I'm not gonna say that it's not illegal. They said it's unethical, but I mean it's your money. I don't care, right? If you have lines of credit and you want to use it to buy something, and it's your money, it's your responsibility. In theory, why should they care, right? Some banks will ask, some won't, right? But I know a lot of people that use lines of credit to buy real estate. I know a lot of people that use line of credit to buy businesses. And I rather have lines of credit and not need it than need it and don't have it. Like, I'm always the advocate. Y'all see me in my little Rolodex of lines of credit, right? I got over $1 million worth of line of credit. And I probably only use at any given time $50,000 to $100,000 just operating my businesses and stuff like that. But for the most part, I don't even need that much. But I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Okay. So if you came to me and you asked me, yo, man, I want to get started. I want to get some funds. I want to get lines of credit through the banks. On average, we do about 70 grand. And it's 0% interest for introductory rates, sometimes 9 months, sometimes a year, sometimes 18 months, sometimes 2 years, right? So that's how a lot of people are funding the down payment for the business. So I'm gonna show you how to use that money to fund a business. All right. So for those who are not new here, you probably should have got something that looked like this, right? If you don't have this yet, I will send this to you. Just be patient, it's coming. And it pretty much is your DLC, downloadable content, and it gives you, everything you need to do. So if you wanted to raise capital, you have a funding application right here. Just pretty self-explanatory, right? You fill it out, send it to me, and hopefully we can get you funded. And if not, or if they give you some stipulations or something like that, we'll kind of go from there. And then also, yeah, it's just a whole bunch of stuff in here. Money management, buying stuff, businesses, and stuff like that. All right, so let's come over here to 800 different websites for businesses. I have a couple of 100 more I need to add to this. I've just been busy, I really had a chance to. So the easiest way to use this is to come over here, hit find. Let's say you're in, I don't know, Texas or something, right? You go here, type Texas, and then it will find every business that has the keyword Texas in it. So Texas Association of Business. And when it highlights, it reads the answer right here. You know, blank, 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 blank. Right? So here, hit next, and then you come on scroll over here again, and blank, 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 blank. You know, Old Inc., business broker, family been doing business broker sale in Georgia, Alabama, and Texas businesses, right? And apparently some of these, it's a lot of businesses. It's a lot of websites. You know, I've had this kind of for a while. And so current businesses for sale. So, you know, you just takes forever to load. My apologies. But it'll come up with a whole bunch of stuff. You just put key terms in it, and then you just kind of go from there. All right, there we go. Whee! Right, and you can just keep doing that. You want to search by state. All right, quick. We'll have a little class participation real quick. Can anybody name a state they're from? Because I don't want to just give a random state. Just name a state. Right? Start naming random states, please.
Mississippi.
Texas, Mississippi,
Illinois.
Arizona. California.
Texas.
New York.
Idaho.
Atlanta.
But not name them. Put it in the chat. I want a state that borders a lot of states. Mute your mic, please. I got it. Thank you. I want a state that borders a lot of states because it's just it's easier to do it there. We'll go Pennsylvania. All right, so I can know Pennsylvania borders a lot of states, so to make it just a whole lot easier. All right, so because what I'm trying to do is I want you to understand the concept of what's called a buying radius, because the SBA likes what's called, what the hell I got? The SBA love what's called a buying radius. Okay, so there we go. Boop. So here's Pennsylvania, right? It's only two major cities in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh and Philly. I'll use Philadelphia as one. I'll use Philadelphia, screw it. So Philadelphia borders Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Virginia, Washington, Delaware, all that. Whenever you're looking, it's under the SBA. So there's two stipulations. You get an owner finance, or three really. You get an owner finance, you can get a national bank, or you can get an SBA. National bank, any loan gonna make you put 20 to 25% down. But 20 to 25% down, you can buy wherever you want. But if you want the sweet spot, that 5-10% down, you have to do what's called a driving radius. The driving radius is 200 miles or 3-hour drive. And if you're in a bigger state like California and Texas, I've even seen them or heard of them, they'll do some exceptions because you're in the same state, right? But that's still even pushing it. Like if you in, Sacramento, you're trying to do NorCal, where, 8 hours away, I don't know how long it takes to get to South California, to the top of California. It's probably like 8 or 9 hours, right? It's probably pushing it. But just understand they want you to be within a driving radius for SBA loan. But if you don't want to do an SBA, you found a deal that's owner financing and it's absentee, you don't have to do anything for it. Cool. Try to work for it. But just let me know what a driving radius is. So driving radius from Philadelphia is you probably can get to Connecticut in 3 hours. Connecticut, New York for sure, Jersey, Delaware, and all these places. Okay, so now we'll take that into consideration. All right. So one thing everybody in here should always be adding themselves to every Facebook group when it comes to businesses. Business brokers for sale by owner, real estate for sale by owners, businesses real estate for sale, business for sale by owner, my state, for sale by owners in neighboring states, for sale by owner in my city, businesses for sale in my state, businesses for sale in neighboring states. You should almost add yourself you should almost comically be in 25 different groups just by association of real estate and businesses. At least, I can name at least 20 different businesses that everybody in here should be in. And they almost should be default. If you strolling and see like Mary went to college, or you see somebody graduate from school, you see more than like 3 posts that ain't nothing about buying a business or buying real estate, you're doing wrong. You're using that platform and not for its intentional purposes. Like I don't really even use Facebook for, seeing my cousin's graduation. I don't care about that. I'm here for one reason, right? So you should always add yourself to these multiple groups. All right. Next thing is this. I'm going to show you how to like do an evaluation, which I already have videos on evaluation and stuff, and breakdown and stuff like that. I already made videos for that. You can go back and rewatch that. I'm gonna show you this technique on Biz by Sale because it's just easier for people to comprehend how this business thing works on this website. It's one of the easiest user-friendly platforms. And once you kind of got the gist of it, you learn more evaluation, you learn more negotiating skills, then you can go to any website and you can apply these techniques. All right. All right, so we said Pennsylvania. All right, so you add search Pennsylvania. So now you can also add neighboring states, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, right? Which we'll come over here and do this. So we'll say New York, even though I don't really like New York that much. New York be on some weird stuff. And I'll do one more. I'll do Maryland. No, you know what I'll do Delaware. All right, so now it encompasses all 4 of those states. All right, so when I come to industry, I always leave the industry blank. And so you have 3 choices right here. You have established businesses, meaning that it's operating now, about self-explanatory. Asset sales, I always like to use gyms as an example. Assets is like someone closed down the gym, but they're still selling dumbbells, treadmills, and all that kind of stuff like that. Okay? So we don't want asset sales. And then real estate. Sometimes when they do real estate, it's just the real estate itself. Right? So you can leave it there for now, don't make a difference, right? And then you see something like this, $6 million bucks, we know we're not gonna need that. So we'll put $5 million as our max. So now I got rid of that one. So we come over here to other filters, right? If you wanted to search keywords, if you wanted something specific, you can search keywords, but I'm one of those type of people. I don't knock anything that I meet or see. Show it to me. If it makes sense financially, I can work with it. Right? Some people have these like, oh, it has to be like it has to be like this great business model that I can take my friends and family to, I can brag to. over the weekend. I don't give a damn if this club sucking poop out of a porta potty. Don't care. Do not care. I'm here for one reason. I'm here to make money, right? But I never shun anything because I always want to see what's going on. So you have 3 check marks here. You can check one at a time, never check all 3 at a time because it's crazy, right? Must have real estate. That means that's a 504 plan. And then you can be absentee, which a lot of people are interested in. And then seller financing, which, a lot of people are open to owner seller financing, so you can almost leave that blank. Even if they're not saying they're going to be open to seller financing, I'm going to write the terms for them to be seller financing regardless. Okay? I'm writing because I want to do 5%, not 10%. I want to do 2.5%, not 10%. But if I have to do 10, I just do 10. Okay? But I'm always looking for a deal. But if I'm always open, I'm always there for 10. But if I get anything better, it's good. Right? So I'm gonna do absentee. Absentee meaning that you can be working remotely or you're not even present at the business. But don't necessarily always think that you checking absentee are absentee businesses. Because sometimes some businesses are absentee, but they'll go in and do inventory. So you'll check absentee and they say, oh, I'll go check inventory every Monday. So if they go in and check inventory every Monday, then that's technically not an absentee business. They might work 2 hours at the business a week, which is doable. I can roll with that. So don't necessarily always put absentee on there because you never know what you can or can't get from that. Okay. All right. So let's see what's available in the state of Pennsylvania, which is in driving range, and that's absentee that I can buy. So one of my goals is I'm gonna try to buy this. This is my goal. This is one of my long-term goals. So I'm gonna go through this real quick and I'm gonna just find some businesses that I like. I don't really know off the top of my head, just looking at these, I'm gonna just pop some off. And then, if I like it, if I don't like it, we'll kind of just go from there. Right. I'm gonna kind of go through this a little quicker because I don't want y'all just sitting here waiting on me to do this. I think I got what I need. I need comically a couple more. No. All right, I think I got it. I'm gonna put 2 more on here just in case, because I'm just trying to prove that this is doable with a little research. And I'm literally doing this in front of you with no more than 5 minutes. Anything over 5 minutes, then it's I don't like this, but I'll take it. I wish I had a real estate deal in here too, so I can show y'all the benefits of real estate. And I try to get something other than just restaurants all the time. I think holy crap. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Woo! That's a monster. So it's one thing that's off about this one. This is probably one of the better deals I've seen in a long time. All right. So our goal is to buy this one, which is kind of pushing it. Now more I look at it. Give me a sec. I'm just organizing these. Just organizing. Give me a sec. And okay. Okay. Whoa. All right, let's roll with it. All right, so I found multiple businesses that qualify for our buy box or our buy parameters, right? And I did that in a matter of 5 minutes. And so when people come to me and say, yo, man, I can't find no deals, literally, I found 10 in 5 minutes. You either being too picky or you're being indecisive, right? And I'm not saying to rush in anything, but you got to be decisive. There's no such thing as the perfect wave. There's no such thing as the perfect time. There's no such thing as the perfect deal, right? Every deal I've bought, every house that I've bought, every process that I've gotten, every stock that I've gotten never really worked out the way I wanted to work, but I worked with what I had, right? Think about a spouse, if who's married, or think about somebody you dated. Who's dated the perfect person? It's comically it doesn't exist. They don't snore, they do all the laundry, they cook, they clean, they work 50 hours a week, they never complain, they're in perfect shape, they never sleep, they cater to all your needs. It doesn't exist. There's flaws in everything. There's flaws in humans, there's flaws in real estate, there's flaws in deals. Nothing's perfect. Work with what you got. And if you don't like it, shake it eventually, right? As long as you keep making it, if still making money, just shake it eventually if you don't like it, right? But the majority of deals we look for are absentees. What don't you like that you don't have to be there, right? That a jet ski rental business is not sexy. I don't know what's not to like, right? Just get on the ball, get on it. Let's get to going. Okay. Now, I'm gonna show you how to, when you look at these, what are you looking for? How do you break this down and how do you determine if they're good or not, right? So I'm gonna give you some overview of these, right? Cash flow, what goes to the owner? Asking price, what they want for it. So the asking price is what it costs, and the cash flow is what goes to the owner. The gross is everything that this business makes. So everybody who rents a jet ski, all the income coming in from this is $400,000. And then after gas, there's probably not no inventory, probably gas and employees, right? Let's see how many employees there. 7 employees, right? Which is kind of light. That kind of don't make no sense unless they're paying them $20,000 a piece. The difference is what you make, which is $230,000. Okay, so money comes in, employees, staff, overhead, all of that shit gets paid first. You're last, but everything that's left over is yours, right? Inventory is what the business. Okay, FF&E. Oh, sorry. Let's go here. EBITDA is what the owner makes after taxes, right? A lot of people leave this blank because they just leave it blank because I guess everybody's taxes is different, right? You can learn a lot of this stuff, business expenses off on taxes, so that's why it varies. FF&E, furniture, fixtures, and equipment. If you turn a business upside down, like this right here, you turn this business upside down, everything that falls out is either going to be inventory or furniture, fixing, and equipment. So the machines in the back, the cash registers, the hangers, those are FF&E, right? And then inventory would be, I guess, shampoo and soap or something. I don't have no damn clue what's considered inventory. So this is all equipment. I don't know what's considered inventory in there. So I'll click on something else, see if you can see it. Nail salon doesn't really have inventory unless they're selling nail polish or something like that. So food, this is your food. And then your oven, your stove, your kitchen, your chairs, your table is FF&E. All right, so I'll kind of go through some of these FF&Es, your equipment, your tables, your all that kind of stuff. Your inventory is your wine, your bottles, your all that kind of crap, right? So that's the difference between FF&E and equipment, right? Your rent, what the rent costs every month, and years established is right here. And then you also have either you're dealing with the owner or the broker. Owners, it'll be blank like this one. Owner, 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 broker, owner, owner, broker, broker. Okay, tracking? Yes, sir. Baby, I'm a boss. Dude, these ain't that bad. Man. All right, and then you scroll to the bottom, and then you always look for employees because employees means you ain't doing the work, right? And then also too, you focus on why they're selling it. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the 6 reasons why, 6 things that all businesses should be evaluated on off those things. If 3 of those things are wrong, we're out. Or 1 of the 3, we're out. We can work with the other 3, but if 3 total are done, then we're just done, right? I kind of vetted these already while I was showing through because I'm good like that. Anyways, first of all, we always look for cash flow. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. I don't give a damn if they had a $500,000 worth of inventory and they gave it to me for free and it produced 0 income. I am not inheriting no one's problem. I'm here to make money. I'm buying a business that makes money. I am not taking over someone's problem, and I'm for damn sure not taking over someone's problem. So for example, things like this does not produce income, cash flow 0. Even though it's owner finance, even though you have the owner, and they might even finance you. Oh, this is horrible. Oh my goodness. All right. Next is what I call the multiplier rule. It's when you take the cash flow and you divide it into the asking price. Anything under 30% will not make sense, will not work for the 10-year method. Will not make sense for the 10-year method. Okay? But if it's real estate included, you don't have to do 30% rule, but this one doesn't have real estate included. There's no real estate to include in this one. So 10-year rule, a 30% rule applies here. Only one that it doesn't apply for is this one right here, because that's real estate involved. So now you don't do the 30% rule. Every one of these, 30% rule. Okay? So next, if it doesn't equal 30%, we're out. No cash flow, out. And last but not least is, or at least the 3 main ones, is years established. So you had the COVID years, 2021, 2022, 2021, and 2022 was a rocky year. Then you had 23 and 24, half of 24, right? First of all, the SBA will not even approve you if you don't have 3 years of tax returns. You can't even get financed for an SBA loan. So like something like this, if you have no cash flow, doesn't meet the 30% rule, it's been established since 2022, right? And why are they selling the business that's a year old, right? I'm turning 64 in June. Why the hell did you buy a business? No, no, no. I am good. I'm not inheriting people's problem. It's been established for a year. I can't get financing. It's under $350,000. So now I got to put 20% down. That's 30,000 while on something that don't even make any money. Next. Next. Right? Stop me if I'm, comment if I'm going too fast, right? But we'll dive into more of this, but I'm just kind of like getting to the meat of it, right? Next, I like all this stuff to be filled out, right? This one's kind of slim, but there's no FF&E. He has inventory, he has gross revenue, which I think is wrong, which is okay. It's for sale by owner, which we like. If it's for sale by brokers, most brokers don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they suck at knowing anything about business. They just in the middle of it. And then also too, one thing to note that brokers get paid monthly from the business owner. A lot of people don't even know that. So let's say if a broker has 20 listings, he charged that broker $1,000 a month. He got 20 listings. He making 20 G's a month. You think he cares if you sell that damn listing? No. But he gets like 10% of that sale. So if you sell it for $500,000, he gets 50,000. Wow. But shit, he's getting $20,000 a month from having all these listings. In theory, he doesn't care, right? That's why sometimes people say, man, I've been messaging this broker and they ain't been getting back to me. He don't care, right? Sometimes it's better to deal with the owners, right? Is it a red flag? Is it a game changer? Not necessarily, but I like to deal with the owner. Okay. Next, reasons for selling. Focused on health. Zane. Retirement. That's good. This really ain't that bad. He's old. He want to retire. I kind of can get it, right? Why'd he buy a business and want to retire? I don't even know. That don't make any sense. So let's just stroll through some of these and see if they're any good. Owners moving. I can get with it. Why did retirement moving out of state? I can dig it. Health concerns. I can get it. Owner is a full-time dentist and looking to retire. I love it. Owner retirement. Love it. He or she doesn't say. Why they're selling this club. Owner's current retiring from this industry. Retiring from this industry. What does that mean? That means nothing. You know what? I don't like doing. I work at McDonald's and I want to retire from this industry. I'm 15, I'm 19 years old. I want to retire from the fast food industry. That says nothing, right? You are full of stool, right? But it's not a game changer. It's just a red flag. But if it didn't meet these requirements, 2022, bounce. It does meet the 30% rule, but it doesn't meet I like to throw some on here that are like just bull crap because y'all to see the difference between good deals and bad deals. Like boom, meets the requirements, real estate, owner deal, focus on other businesses, but it's home based, so it's absentee, right? So I like the real estate too, so. But our goal is this mother clucker right here, even though we don't have the years established, but it has 17 employees. I don't like it that much. The more I look at it, it don't got the years established, but I can find that out. Oh, here we go. Nearly 20 years. Boom. So I know it's at least that. I need the reasons for selling, but everything else I can work with. My goal in 10 years is to buy this. Okay. 10-year plan. Let's put it into work since y'all know kind of how to evaluate these. I'm gonna put y'all, I can't see y'all comments and I apologize. So, maybe I can. Oh, here we go. I'm going to put up 3 businesses, right? Let's say you came to me and said, yo, Mr. Rich, I need some funding. I got about $30,000 saved up or $20,000 saved up and I need some more money, right? We go for funding and we say we get you 70,000, right? So now you got 90 grand to play with. So with 90 grand, 10% down, we have options. So this is y'all world. I don't care. We can either go dry cleaners, we can go this bodega or whatever this damn thing is. We can even go, no, this is out the picture. We can go this spa because it's over. It meets all requirements. All requirements. Moving, retirement, owner financing, absentee, over 5 years established, meets the 30% rule. All the stuff is here is filled out. It meets everything. Milestone wellness, dry cleaner, a jet ski rental, And we'll save this one for next. You got a Indian restaurant. Which one y'all like? It's y'all world, man. Someone said dry cleaners. All right, we got one for the dry cleaners. Dry cleaners of the spa. This spa right here. So we got dry cleaners. We got the dry cleaners. So y'all don't like the restaurant, so I'll get rid of that. You got the jet ski. So we got the jet ski, dry cleaners, the wellness center, or the bodega, whatever this is. Come on, y'all. This y'all world. Comment what y'all thinking. I got 2 votes for the spa, and somebody said the bodega, dry cleaners, the bodega. I see the dry cleaners a lot. It's y'all world. Bodega, dry cleaners, bodega. All right, so dry cleaners. Well, guess it won. Yeah. So hold on. I'll get rid of I'll get rid of this spa. All right, I'll get rid of the jet skis. Y'all didn't like the jet skis that much. So, all right, last vote. The bodega. So I'm gonna put y'all on some game. So look at the cash flow for both of these now. The cash flow on the bodega, first of all, it's been established longer. And the cash flow is higher. But, oh, maybe it's not. Oh, shit. This has been established since 75. Okay, well, 75, it produces less in cash flow, but the bodega has more money in cash flow, which over time will produce, and it's been a long, both of these are great. Great business plans, right? I'm not a big foodie, but this shit's doing monster numbers. So last vote. I'm gonna start. See Kim's name. Last vote. Bodega or deli? Would say deli or dry cleaners. So bodega, deli. Hey, I guess the deli wins. Now the dry cleaners was really good because it has owner financing. Owner financing means half the down payment. Oh shit. But it does less than cash flow. So let's do the math on them real quick. Let me see if the dry cleaners even meets the 35% rule. It's 37. But that bodega, that's just a monster, dog. God dang. $63%. Last call. Deli, first 1 to 5 from right now. Bodega or deli. I like them both. They both work. Last call. Bodega, deli, bodega it is. Yay! Let's go. All right. Sorry, dry cleaners. You was a good business, though. You was a good business. Not today, though. All right. So we're going to go over here. We're going to get with the owner because we know this is underpriced, right? In theory, at 30% rule, this should honestly be selling for damn near 400, almost for $1.4 million. $1.5 million if according to the 30% rule. But hey, I just identified the deals. I'm not gonna tell them they underpriced. Not my problem. All right, so let's go. So $795 minus $80,000 down payment. But we're gonna try to negotiate. We always write our deals. Hey man, you put up 40, I put up 40, and then it saves me on the down payment. Or you just do the whole 80. Don't make, whatever you want to do, right? It meets the over $350,000 rule. SBA deal all day. It got the years, it's got all that stuff established. So now, let's roll with that. So now you're gonna have to finance from the SBA 715,000. So let's come over here to my calculator. 715,000. And for those who are new, y'all gonna get this stuff soon. Y'all just don't got it now. All SBA loans for a business with no real estate is between 10% and 14%. Actually, I think it's between 10% and 13%, whatever. So I always put people in the middle. So I'll always do like 11.5, right? All business loans are 10 years. If you add real estate, you could push it up to 25 or 30 years. So just the business is 10 years. Okay? Every payment, so your loan is 10 years long, right? So this is part of the 10-year play. Business one, buy one, and keep it for the next 10 years. This is the first one. $120,000, $23,000 is your payment. Okay. $123,000 is your payment. Your cash flow, remember, after everything's paid and said and done, that's yours. So 500,000 wow minus your payment of 123 equals $366,000 minus you borrowed, 80K from your 401k, HELOC, from a line of credit I gave you, from your uncles and your aunties and your cousins. Who gives a damn? I don't give a damn where you get the 80K from. You got it. Now you got to pay it back. Year one, pay it back, right? Don't be trying to man, I never had this kind of money. No, we are responsible individuals. We pay our debts, right? Pay back the debts, right? So we're going to minus another. I might put another 85,000 because you probably had like $5,000 in interest or some crap, but whatever, right? So year one, by owning this business, you make $283,000. Year two, you don't have to pay back the line of credit. You don't have to pay back the cousins. You don't have to pay back the owner seller financing. You don't have to pay none of that shit back. You've already paid it back. So now, year two, you can add back that 85,000, right? So year two, you make $377,000 in year two, right? The year one money, I don't care. Say if it's all tax and this year's money, you take year's one money and you pay taxes too. I don't care. I don't care. Take a vacation with it. I don't care. It's almost free money. Year 1, 3, and 5 years to me don't count. Don't care. But you're sitting on $366,000 plus you still have $80,000 line of credit. So, Mr. Richard, what's the next play? So you're in year 3 now. Year 1, you bought it. You pay back the SBA and you pay back the line of credit. Year 2, you don't have to pay back the line of credit. You take all the cash flow that year. If the numbers stay the same, which has been established since 1982, of course they're probably the same. They've probably been the same for 15 years. So now let's look at business number 2. We have $377,000. We can look at this nail salon. We can look at this club, or we can look at this HVAC business. Now, which one do you like? I'm gonna talk about them first, and then we'll go from there. Good, real estate included. Dealing with the owner. It says it has 1 employee, which is weird. I don't like that much. They want to focus on other business. That's kind of pushing it, but that's not a deal breaker. Deal breakers are years established, which we like. Somebody doing the work. It's absentee. It's doing good amount of money, and he has real estate included. Okay. The club, it don't even meet the cut. 2022, that one's go. So we're gonna narrow it down. We'll narrow it down to the nail salon. Owner retiring, absentee, owner finance, owner owns, meets the 30% rule, been established since 1994, but, you know, it's a nail salon. Or HVAC business. Y'all choice. Let's vote. Salon. HVAC or salon, or just put H or C. I mean, nail salon, 2 nail salons, 3 nail salons, 4 nail salons, HVAC. Oh, HVAC got 2, 3, 4, 5. One more for HVAC. It's a tie. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna run the numbers on both and we'll see from there, okay? Let's run the numbers on both since we're here. Okay. Nail salon, $900,000, $999, $990, minus 100,000 wow, with your down payment, but you got $377,000. So you're gonna finance 890. 890, 11.5% interest, 10 years. Your payment is your payment is 154,000. Your cash flow is 560. Minus 152, 154, minus that, minus your $100,000 down payment. So 206, 206 or 306. Okay, I got it. 206, 306. Now let's look at the numbers on this one. 1.5 million minus 150,000. Wow. 1.35, 135,000, 1.35 million, 11% interest. Real estate is included. You finance at the terms of current real estate market, which is 7.5, and you stretch the loan out to 30 years, not 10 years. So your payment is 114,000. So 114,000. So let's do the numbers. What was the cash flow? 266. Oh, we might got a dud. We might got a dud. Y'all might be on something. Minus $114,000 payment. Minus your $150,000 down payment. $2,000 or $152,000 year one. Year two, 152. So the winner is the salon. Okay? The salon won. Even if you stretch the loan out over 30 years, people always need heat and air, but women will always get their damn nails done. I get it, but your objective is not to look at this for a recession-proof business. Your objective is to look at this for something you would in and out, stick and move. This is we call this the Floyd Mayweather. We hit and we run, right? So the real estate, this one doesn't make any sense. It only makes $2,000 the first year, so we're done with that. Year done. I like the real estate though. I like the real estate. All right, so we'll do this one. So let's go back to it. $10 years. Not $890,000. Wow. All right, so let's get this going. Damn near hour. All right. $890,000 you finance. You put $100,000 down. It cash flows 460,000 wow, minus 154,000 wow, minus your 100,000 wow down, which is 206. Year three. Year four, you don't have to pay back your down payment. You don't have to pay yourself back. The money you borrow from yourself, you don't have to pay that back. So year four, you made 306 plus $377 from this one. That's $683,000 a month, or $368,000 a year, or $56,000 a month. But we are not done yet. We are not done. We're in year 4. And what I say at the beginning of this, I am not fucking around out here, man. I told you, a line of credit, I am buying this business. A line of credit and nothing. 4 years, I can qualify for this. You know why? Because it meets all stipulations again. I have the down payment, and it makes a ton of money. So, I don't know the years established, but it's been in business 20 years, 17 employees, absentee, owner financing. Check, 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 check. Let's roll with it. $3.5 million minus 350,000, wow, which we have $670,000 in that 1 year. Hold on. Someone said to put me over. So, yeah, we're in year 4. This is only probably 600,000. And this right here is probably 800,000. You'll be close. You'll be close, right? But when you finance this at 3.1, you still got $2 million. Does that make sense? They're tracking Chris. Chris stated that it'll put you over your 5 million. You're financing 3.1. You can finance up to 3. The purchase price is irrelevant. It's what you owe at the moment that you're applying. Okay? You'll finance 3.1. Even if you did 3.1 plus 1 million, that's 4. And then plus this, that's 8. You still at like 4.8, but this should be paid down some. This is damn near halfway paid off. That was 4 years ago. And this right here is, a year in with the $100,000 down. Okay? But you're close. It's real close. I can do the math on it if you really, truly want to know. You know what? Fuck it. We're here. Plus 890, because you put $100,000 down. And that ain't even all of that. Okay? It's close. But you get $5 million. And if you had to put some more down, I mean, who cares? You got $680,000. So now you finance $3.1 million. Kind of glad you're picking up on this, dude. Chris, too. You knew too, man. I'm glad you're paying attention. 3.15 financed over 10 years. I need my calculator, sorry. 564,000. It produces $1.1900 million in income minus 546,000 minus your down payment first year or year 5 minus 350,000 equals 294. Put it all on taxes. I don't give a shit. Next year, I want it all. Plus 350, year 6. Now I'm in year 6. Year 6, I made $644,000. Plus, we still got that bodega. Plus, we still got the nail salon at 306. Now we make $1.3 million a year from 3 businesses, from a line of fucking credit, or $111,000 fucking dollars. But I say this is a 10-year plan. I didn't say shit about 6 years. So You have $103,000, $1.3 million. You will pay yourself a salary. Now, if you want to quit your job at this point, you can't, right? You're still doing this on the side. You can quit your job. So we're going to minus from your salary. We'll do $150,000. You can suck it up. I promise you. So now you have $1.17 million. So now that's year 6, right? Year 6, you pay yourself $150,000, $177,000. Year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10. Now you're on your 5th year owning all these businesses. So 5th year of paying yourself $150,000 and everything staying the same way it was. Might go up a little bit, might go down a little bit, but on average it's going to be there because we've already factored that average in. So now times 5, you're sitting on $5.8 million. Now what's the play? Duck and weave, 10-year plan. We are out of here. We are done. We're done. So what we do? Bodega, deuce. Sell it for what you paid for it. 800,000. Wow. You in year 10. The loan is 10 years long. You pay 800 for it. You sell it for 800. Cool. It's worth 30% more, Chris. I'm sure it is. Don't care. For this example, if you want to sell it for more, that's fine. You know what? Fuck it, Chris. Since you're a newbie in here, I'll put $1 million, which is damn near double. But I probably could get 1.5 for it, right? So now, boom, the bodega sold. Nail salon, paid $1 million for it. It's probably worth 1.3. Don't care. Sell it for $1 million. $7.8. Oh, no. Sorry. You don't own the nail salon outright. You in year 6 of the nail salon. So you still owe $400,000. So you sell it for $600,000. I mean, you make $600,000 profit. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Did that make sense? I gotta explain it again. I've only owned the nail salon for 6 years. So I still owe $300,000 to $400,000. I sold it for $1 million. That's $600,000 left. Tracking? Got ahead of myself. I took it off and added it back. I paid 3.5 for this. I've had it for 5 years. So that's probably half. It's probably halfway paid off. So that would be, I don't know, 1.7 million. So now, since you sold all your businesses, you have almost 8 million bucks. You're gonna have to pay some taxes. So I'll factor in, I don't know, 25% in taxes. Who gives a fuck? Screw Uncle Sam. So, hold on, I'm gonna time that. I did it wrong. Give me a sec. Did I time the divide? Damn, I messed that up. So I'm gonna go back. I don't know how to do this. All right, there we go. So times 0.75. There we go. Damn, I still did it wrong. Oh no. Man, I'm all jacked up. I'll just do it like this. 79850. 7985000 times 0.75. So now you're still sitting on almost 6 million bucks. Okay? You sold all your businesses, you took a line of credit, you bought 3 businesses, you kept them for 10 years total, and then you shook them. Now you're sitting on $6 million. Now, you was making $150,000 a year, and you was like, man, why the hell would I just pay myself $150,000 a year? Why don't I get access to the real money? Because we don't want to live off the businesses. We just want just enough to tell our boss to off. Once we tell our boss to screw off, then we take all that money and we just stack it, right? Where would we stack it, my friends? I don't know. A little place called BOO and QQQ. Yay! That's doing 12% returns and doing 18% returns. So now let's say you put the whole enchilada in one of these funds, right? That's why I always love the stock market, because it's gonna pay you some damn good old money. Where the hell my damn stuff go? Shit's acting up. Hold on, let me refresh it. There you go. So QQQ since 2015 is due 15% margins or 14.3% margins. So you start at 0%, zero money, right? Invest 1 year at 14.4 on average. And then you ain't contributing zero every month. And you put in I don't remember the damn number. I'll pull it over here. 5,988,750 wow into this account. Every year, it will draw you what the interest at? Oh, it's over here. It would draw you $862,000 in interest a year, or 71 fucking $1,000 a month. You might gotta pay some taxes on it, but who gives a shit? And now you sit on a fucking beach in whatever country you want to live in, and you don't do nothing else because you listen to some random dude on the internet who told you how to buy businesses and sell them and put them into an ETF and collect interest for the rest of your life. And that, my friends, is what I like to call the 10-year hustle. Hope you found value in this. I hope you like this. I'm sure y'all gonna have some questions, but it's kind of self-explanatory, right? It is what it is. So get to saving your money, get to evaluating, getting to fixing your credit, getting that LLC structure, business structure together, and getting to finding these deals. I don't care if you look on Biz by Sale. I don't care if you look in the PDFs that I sent you. I don't care if you look on Facebook groups, right? Your objective is to get deals that produce a decent amount of cash flow, and you ride that cash flow and don't take a lot of money from the deal and keep it for 10 years and then shake them shits and live off the interest for the rest of your life. Now, if you want to keep them for multiple years, oh man, I can stretch it out to 15 years. I don't care. That's on you. You don't have to. You really don't. 10 years, the one at 10 years and the one at 6 years and then the one at 8 years would almost, when you sell them and for what you paid for them, you could just take that money and just retire off of it. And the cash flow that you collected over the years. If you don't get greedy and go buy Hellcats and designer and all that kind of crap like that. Just live a little humbly, suck it up where you at, pay yourself a salary once you got your third one, just sit at home and manage them all day. And that's what you do. They're absentee. You ain't got to do nothing for them. So, hope you found value in this. Hope you're inspired. Let's go ahead and get some deals and get this money going. Mr. Richard, Zane.